It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason. And it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And this one does not go far. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the 32. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go.
2nd and 13. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he'll advance this down to the 38 on that run. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Warriors 70. 79 Broncos. Ready?
From the 38. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down the... He's got it deep downfield. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Walker. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Flushed out of the pocket. His first throw is an interception. And the Seahawks take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
That's a catch. Jackson Smith in Jigba. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down. They give up the gut to Walker. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Staying with Walker. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. Oh, with first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Walker. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on the gain. Now they just need 2 more on 2nd and goal.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or you threaten to the outside.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just a yard that time. They needed more, and now it's 3rd and goal. We're a quarter of the way. Back now for the 2nd quarter. And the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone. Walker. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
A 3-yard loss. It's now 4th down and goal.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. This one misses the tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Trying to find his tight end. And now a 4th down, staring right at him. The Rams are set to punt. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He's got it at the 24. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. The return game a weapon here as he picks up 27. And the Seahawks are set up well as they take over with some great field position. Walker on 1st down. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running with Walker again. And he's across midfield into Rams territory. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up
Here he is on 3rd and long. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
4th down punt from the Seahawks. And that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing on 2nd and 13. Able to find Nakua here. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd down from the gun. It is cut left side. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Here's a throw. Chased out to his right. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
2nd and 10 now. On the move, headed right. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA first down. Shotgun give now to Bigsby. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now. They run it again with Bigsby. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. It's the Rams, who have 1st and 10. This time it's a passing play. Still going inside the 35. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give them an even 10 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Pass complete to Wiley. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's go now.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Got a man, it's Bigsby. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. The throw is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll throw it again. Forced out to his right. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Bigsby. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Rams make it a 1-score game before halftime. Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams cut it to a field goal game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. He beams one deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Myers' kick is good, and that'll double their lead to 6. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. 2-2 Atwell, now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. He's going to push one deep down the right. This is caught inside the 15. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the Marcus Reese